Okay, let's get started with building the robot. Let's cut these off as best as we can. Start fitting them together and sanding them. Okay, so you got a polycap here. Fits in here. And this just carefully kind of rests in here. I'll have to close this on top of the other piece so that this little part gets trapped in here. Easier than said than done, perhaps. Golly, how do I get this in here? Best to get this lined up first. Then stick this little thing in the hole. And then, there we go. Okay, that's how it goes. So painting this won't be a problem, even hand painting it, because this can be spun on its axis here, so that's okay. Alright, so that part's done. And then the main front armor plate here goes here. So, you see these two holes here? It's the little eyeballs go in here. Yeah, you can't really position them, but they're kind of just set at different places. And it just kind of comes out like these two doll-like type of eyes that can swivel back and forth. You know, at least in the anime in the game, not on the model, but there they are. So maybe glue won't be necessary. I'll just do some sanding to make it look nicer, to smooth it out. There's not really much of a parting line. I might maybe put some Tamiya thin cement in there, but here it doesn't matter. This is going to be covered up anyways. So just kind of hopefully smooth the back surface here. Looks nice. It feels pretty nice too. Yeah, it's just with a bit of work. It should turn out pretty nice and smooth. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make one of the legs. You get a PC part, polycap part F, and let's get the letter C one ready too. And this is how you put this together. So, with the parts that kind of stick out this way, let's put the F part here. There we go. And then I got this part here that sticks in here. And then we trap them together here. There we go. Okay, I guess this is how it goes in. It doesn't want to fit together quite right. Is it a fit issue, or am I not doing something right? Let me take this apart maybe, see if I can reposition the thing inside. Well, this does not want to cooperate, so I'll have to resort to using some glue here. Just squeeze this tight, hopefully. Now I can rub off the excess here. This does not want to cooperate. There we go. I think that worked. Just pushing real hard. Grrr. Then I'll have to sand down the mess later. And the foot goes together like so. Okay, so you can see it has like a little toe. It has a big toe. That's interesting. That's cute. So, let's see here. The raised part here, this fits inside here, apparently. Just loosely. And we got a polycap here, PCF. Stick this in the middle here. There. Now, the upper leg construction kind of supposed to face this way. Okay. Now, perhaps I could go ahead and run some glue along here, because I don't know how this is gonna fit. It might help maybe fuse the plastic together here. And let me see here. Okay. So this just has to hang loose in here. And then fit everything else together. Alright. Let me get these lined up first and then stick these together. Gosh. There we go. There. Stick these together. There. Oh, that came together pretty nicely. So yeah, these mecha have pretty short, stubby legs here. So this little ball joint here is where the foot sticks into. For painting purposes, though, we'll keep these separately. Keep them separate. There we go. And I'll have to work on sanding this. I'm just using 400 grit here. Sand it down where I cut the gates. But yeah, that's one leg. So I'll do the other leg too. Okay, so both legs are now complete. This one came together a lot easier. The upper part, the thigh area, no problems. So I'm just going to sand down the seam a bit, and it should look pretty nice. So there you go, 2 legs already. So yeah, I'm just going to sand this down a bit. Okay, now I'm working on the arm. Upper arm. Now this might be another tricky part to fit together. So, just kind of get this aligned first, then stick this where it needs to be. Jeez. Alright, here we go. There. I imagine this is supposed to pivot like this. So that's good news. Nice. This is the upper arm. Yeah. And then you got C2 and C1. Where are we at here? C2 and C1. Here we go. Alright. There. Kind of work with this a little bit. We got yet another polycap here. This is number E, letter E. Golly. So, this kind of hangs out the back here. Flat part goes in here. All the while this kind of fits here. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going ahead and gluing it all just to make sure it all fuses nicely. I found somebody had uploaded the Sakura Taisen 2 soundtrack on YouTube. That's what I'm listening to right now. I was listening to some my Nintendo soundtrack, but this is more apt, I believe. Nice. Alright, so here's one arm. And then you got the hand that comes next. But here we go. And just work out the seam lines. Not really much seam lines, but we got this. Got where the nub is, where the gate was cut. I'll make sure that that's smooth. And I'll have to prime it before I see where any mistakes may be. Yeah, definitely need to take this out, that's for sure. Okay, and I won't show it, but I'll go ahead and do the other arm as well. So it's really taking shape here. One arm is completed, and the other arm as well. Neat stuff, huh? So I'm going to take a little bit of more sanding to get this working, but this looks pretty nice. I'm just going to use my knife actually just to cut that. There's a big gate right here that didn't get cut off very well. I'm kind of nervous about doing this though because I don't want to gouge the plastic on accident. I certainly did that a bit in my novice days. I still kind of consider myself intermediate, not really advanced, but just someone who's just still learning. I don't feel totally comfortable with taking chances. Alright, so we got these two parts here. Might as well just glue, just because I've been gluing everything else. There. Here's the waist. Oh! Yeah. flew out of my hands. Okay, here we go. Golly. Okay, here it is. So, I'll start with sandpaper and then work my way up to the sanding sponge. Anyhow, here is the waist. So I imagine this plugs into here. And you got the legs here. Nothing says badass more than a big pink robot, right? Yeah. There we go. And then the armor plate goes on the front here. Ka-ching. Somehow. There we go. Cool, huh? Oh yeah, I forgot the feet. Nice, nice, nice. Cool, huh? Neat. Very cool. So one thing else I'll have to do is make these exhaust pipes. They have these weird little nubs for some reason. Well, I don't know what this is about, but they're trash. Just need to cut them off. I don't know why they were molded that way, but whatever. You'll just have to remove these. There. And then you got these, there we go. I guess these are mufflers or something, I don't know. These go on the back, the tailpipes. There. So, I guess like that? Yeah, they fit on like that. Nice. So I have a bit of a problem here. I've tried sanding it, I've put some glue in here. It doesn't really seem to really fill in this slight crack here. I've sanded this part. It looks okay, I think. Probably. This leg here, no worries. It looks pretty flat. The problem is this little gap here. So I'm gonna try something new. I recently bought this Mr. Surfacer 500. Let's take a look at what this is like here. It's my first time using it. Let me use a paint star here, maybe. Okay. Doesn't seem to really require stirring at all. Seems to be okay just to in the jar, straight out of the jar. So let me get a paper towel here so I don't make a mess. There. Okay, so I'll just dab what I got here on the paint star right here. And apply it to the model here. There. This is kind of like putty, I suppose, except it's kind of diluted. It's just mainly just for going over surfaces. The 500 will fill in cracks. And see, here we go. Oh, shoot, I'm totally out of frame here. So, yeah, I just applied it across this this crack here. Let me go ahead and make sure I get plenty. There. You get better control here too, that way. And don't think it's necessary in the back. But here we go. Let's practice here. Let me show you how this works here, since I don't think I got that in frame. You can just paint this over the crack here. Just kind of slowly fill in the crack. See that? It's kind of cool, huh? Neat. Then of course I'll just sand this over down later, after it dries. So again, this is Mr. Surfacer 500. Now I also have Mr. Surfacer 1000. That's for you know, working with finer scratches and such. 500 fills in bigger gaps. 1000 is for you know, finer detail. I think there's the next one up is like Mr. Surfacer 1200 or 1500 or so. I can't remember. But yeah, Mr. Hobby. Neat. Okay, so what I need to do is I've already cut off all of the parts off the frames here, the sprues. I'm sorry, the runners. And got a whole bunch of parts. So here's, like, for example, here's a foot. Got the tailpipes here. See, tailpipes, foot. We're going to keep the fingers on the runner. I think it might be easier to control that way. And see the little eyeball things here. See, I just after I paint them, I'll clip them off here, and then I'm done. And then, see, she's got these little eyeball things here. Exterminate! Yeah, neat stuff. Now, one thing that's weird, though, is this. This is weird. Let me get my clippers here. Get my nippers. Alright, now here's the sword. Now, what I want to do is make a cut here and a cut here. Yay. And then get rid of this. There. Don't need that. Get in the trash. Alright, so wait a second here. Let me do a better job cutting this off. Cut. There. Alright. Now, this is kind of zoomed in, but I don't think I can quite get it right. But anyhow, you can, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's like these little, like it catches here for some reason. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know why. Maybe they're afraid of making it too pointy or something. But there's like these little nubs here on the edge of the sword. Perhaps I can cut them off. Cut that off, and let's do the other one here. Maybe it was too fine of a detail. Like, for example, like the Gundam, the little pointy crown things on their foreheads. They usually have like these little nubs that you have to file off. Maybe it's the similar concept. Maybe the molds. It's kind of difficult to mold something that fine point. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I got most of them off. I'll have to just sand them down. But I think that leaving this on the runner like this might make it easier. This is supposed to be silver, and then the hilt is gold. And I think I'm gonna paint this like gloss black and then chrome it with Alclad chrome. Yay. That might be pretty cool looking, especially for a sword. So, yeah, I'll have to just work with this. Just file it down, make it sharp, make it look nice. But anyhow, here's the sword. So, I will use Mr. White Surfacer 1000 to prime this. And stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.